So, a very good evening, one and all present here. Warm regards from Ajay Gidwani. I'm the training head at upGrad abroad. So today we all have assembled in this session to talk about Germany. Germany as one of the best destinations. So to discuss this, I have with me Kalyani. So Kalyani is our alumni and currently she is into SEM 2, right? She is pursuing her degree from Germany, right? Kalyani is having an average of 11 years of experience and basically she has done BTech. So now I request Kalyani to please introduce herself so that we can start up with the session.
Yeah. Hi. Thanks. Hi guys. I'm Kalyani, as I have been already introduced. So I have I'll just give you a brief about my experience. I have worked in automotive sector, manufacturing and automotive sector for the past 11 plus years, and I have done my BTech in automotive design engineering. And my experience has been project management, SAP, and finance controller. So basically, that kind of aspects I have covered in my experience. And now I'm pursuing my MBA. I am an alumni from upGrad. I have completed my first semester. It's finished online, and now for 2 semesters I have to go to Germany. My visa process is in the it's in the process, and I'll be moving to Germany to join October batch. And I'm pursuing my MBA from IU upGrad Germany.
That's great. So first of all, my best wishes to Kalyani. So Kalyani, I even our this audience would like to understand and know why have you selected upGrad as as your study abroad partner.
Yeah, so see, I know, I understand, like when students are taking these kinds of decisions, especially if you have experience and you are taking a break and then you are pursuing higher education, those kinds of things, students have a lot of doubts, and they do a lot of exploration also, like whom to go. And there are a lot of options right now in the market. If you Google it, there are a lot of things that come up. So I also did the same thing last year when I decided, so, to move ahead with my post-grad. I decided I'm going to do MBA, and then I started exploring my options. So when I did my research, I took a lot of, there are a lot of counseling sessions, like upGrad also give this. So I did a lot of sessions. I saw a lot of options, places, everything. And with upGrad session, what I felt was I got good options for me. Because see, every student have their own particular conditions, specific conditions. For me, like I don't wanted to move very far away from India. Like I wanted to be in the middle, like in Europe. And I wanted, financial aspect was one factor for me, like how much I can invest in my studies. So those kinds of things. So when all these kinds of things, I was able to upGrad was able to give me this kind of condition. Along with that, I got a good program in IU, which included online plus your offline studies in Germany. So that was I think that major factor was that program structure was major factor for me to select upGrad at that time. Yeah.
Great. So for the benefit of our audience, I'd like to make it simplify. So what Kalyani has done is she had joined a blended program with upGrad, which is we call it as an accelerator program, right? Wherein the part of the course that which could be 1 semester or 2 semester. So particularly if you're talking about MBA, we'll be covering 1 semester online, and then for the next 2 semesters she will be flying to Germany. Now the best part of this blended learning is she has continued her working. So she has, it is something called as earn while you learn, right? So especially for the students like Kalyani, wherein they have a good experience and probably it is not the right time, wherein they can just leave the job or leave the job. So what she has done is she has continued with her job, and as well she has continued her first semester. And now once as her first semester has been completed, now she will be we are in the process of her visa so that she can fly to Germany in the coming and intake, right? So this is what the blended learning is. But then Kalyani, a very important thing which all of us would like to know is why have you selected Germany?
Yeah, so the main thing, see, as I said before, when you see there are a lot of options, further studies right now, it's a boom right now. After COVID, especially, people are have been trying to get their further education, and especially abroad scene is quite hot right now. So there are a lot of options. There is Canada, UK, especially Canada, US, UK. These are the famous top, locations that students generally move to. And I have also explored all these options. I looked into Australia, I looked into New Zealand, I looked into UK, everything. So the one major factor, first and topmost, was for me to select Germany was the cost. The education in Germany is very cheap compared to all other areas, especially if you guys compare it with your own Indian institutes that are big institutes right now, you will see there is a big difference in the cost. The courses are, first of all, the courses are very mingled and they are flexible courses that they are providing you. And this flexible course doesn't reduce the value of that course. Like in India, especially, we had this perception like online MBA is not that much valuable, these kinds of stuff. But if you see into the programs that German universities and education institutes are providing, these degrees are very important and they are globally recognized first and foremost, because many a times we have faced this issue that if we have done our MBA or MBBS from India, sometimes it is not recognized outside. You have to do MS there and that kind of stuff. But that is not with Germany. German universities degrees are all over. They are recognized, and when you apply for job in your further career, they'll add on to it. You don't have to do, it's not like you have to do again your education, that kind of stuff. So these were the factors. This is education part. Cost is very less. Tuition fees is almost nil there. So, and there are a lot of scholarship options also provided by German government and other universities also. So for that matter, it's really good. If you look into it, you'll compare it. UK is very expensive. If you look into university, generally students prefer UK, and if you look into it, they're very expensive compared to Germany. Another factor was for Germany. If you see Germany as a whole, as a country, if you are looking for a career boost, and if you are planning to stay in Germany, and if you are planning to, after a job, you are planning after education, you are planning to take a job also there. So German economy is all over world fourth, and it's not just like for 1 or 2 years. It has been like consistent. And European Union, if you see in Europe, it is #1 economy. So that matters a lot, because if you see into if your goal is to get a job and it boosts your career, so what better way to do it in this kind of an economy, right? So that is another factor that is very important, that which I looked into. I mean, these were the factors that I looked into it. I think these are some of the common factors all students look. Then comes your post-work visa. That is very important, because see, every student, if you are doing 1 year program, 2 year program, whatever time limit your program has, it's not like every student needs a grace period to get the job. Somebody, if it is, all students are not able to get job immediately when they finish their course, and it's not like you have to come back to your country. That's not in Germany. You get 18 months of post-work visa there. So that is one of the very good things about Germany, because after you finish your course, you have 18 months of time slot where you can, spend your time, you can search for your job, and you can get a job. But the thing is, it's generally, if you see into the university data, German university data, generally it's within 3 months after your education, max to max, within 3 months you get a job. So job is so that is one of the very good options that Germany is giving us. That is 18-month post-study work visa. So you have the option, you as soon as your studies finish, you apply for your post work visa, post study visa, and you stay there for 18 months, and you find a job, and you'll definitely get a job. I mean, I'm saying it that way, but 95 to 99% everybody gets a job there who has done education from German university. Germany, getting a job, I'm going to talk about job opportunities now regarding Germany. So job opportunities is the one thing, because I selected Germany. Another reason was that Germany is looking for immigrants, skilled labor. They are looking for skilled labor, and it's not in a very small number. Their The reason being, the workforce that is right now in Germany, if you look into their statistics, the workforce is within next few years, they're going to retire. They are in that stage. And Germany is lacking in skilled labor right now. And they have a very dire situation of, they are asking immigrants skilled labor. Skilled labor basically means learned, like, you study there, you do your graduation, and if you have already work experience, you study there and then you work there. So that kind of skilled labor, they are looking for it. And I think, if I remember correctly, this is last year data or something, like they are looking for 400,000 per year skilled labor immigrants they are looking for. So that is one of the factors that is very good for us, because if if you are going to study there and looking at for the career boost, it's the best option, because you have job opportunities there. And if you look into the major their workforce or their major companies there that are hiring, or there is Volkswagen, there is Bosch, there is Siemens, there are a lot of companies and top class companies, Amazon, Google, every top class company is there, and they are providing, if you look into the statistics, they are major. Volkswagen is one of the major, your job provider there. And another one is their employment rate is very less. If you look into it, I think it's approx 3% to 4% all over world. If you compare it, it's very less. Germany comes very down, very in a low level, low rating. If you see, unemployment rate is very low there. So that is another factor. So if you are looking for job opportunities, it's very good. And majorly, if you see in German economy, SMEs, your small and medium enterprises, they contribute major portion in their economy. So it's not like you have to go into a very major company, big company, that kind of stuff, because small and medium SMEs contribute to their economy a lot. In fact, more than big shot companies that they have. So you have a lot of options. There is a lot of variety in your career options. You have a lot of them, because German universities provide a lot of courses. It's not just like particular engineering courses. Even in engineering, if you need a specialization, like I am doing MBA. And one of the good things about my university, that is IU, that I like was they are providing me 2 electives there. So I have 2 electives. So one is, like, for example, I'm selecting big data management, and big data management I'm selecting because, see, the thing is, as my experience goes, I have worked with a lot of data. So I want to move into that. I don't want to divert a lot from that. So I'm moving into that, but big data management will help me out. And obviously there is a big boom in big data management right now. We all know data analysts, data scientists, and all that stuff. So that is that. They are providing me that 2 electives. I have one option, this, another option I can select whatever I want. They have 10 options, I can select from that. So these are, and another thing about Germany is it's very diverse and it's very safe. Very safe. Because I think somewhere in your mind, when you are going abroad, especially in the current geopolitical, geoeconomic situation all over the world, we are seeing that obviously we look into it, like which country is safe for us. We are going, our parents also look into this, like if we are going to study there. So Germany is very, very safe, very safe. It's very diverse. There are a lot of Indians. If I specifically talk about India and Indians, there are lots and lots of Indians there, because right now some of my batchmates are there. They have joined July batch, and I'm in contact with them to know the ground reality. Like we see on internet and we see on videos that these are the things, but we want a real life, feedback. So my friends are giving me this feedback that we are in Berlin. Our university is Berlin. So it's full of Indians. I mean, it's full of other immigrants also. Expats there are a lot of expats there. But if you see, you will not feel like you are in some alien country or something. There are a lot of Indians there. You'll feel it's very safe. Germany is very safe. That is one of the most important thing for you guys. And if I talk about diversity, I've already talked about. So these kinds of things are very important. Post-work visa is very important. Cost is low. your education cost is very low. Degrees, there are variety of courses that you can look into it, that you can do there. A lot of options are there. And another thing about Germany is you can do part-time job there. So you don't have to, uh, it's not a big burden financially if you are earning there. And generally, average, if I talk about average, if there is a minimum wage in Germany, and good thing about the new government, that is Mr. Olaf, Chancellor Olaf, that they have passed a new law that they are increasing their minimum wage, and it has been increased from 9 to 10 euros now, and I think 10 now, it is in October it is increasing again. So that is a good thing. You have particular hours, some fixed hours that you can do in your part-time job, and in that part-time job you can earn per month, you can earn, and your average expenditure will, I think, most probably you will get out from that. Your and the blocked amount that you have to, I'll talk about amount, how to do and all that. The block amount, you don't have to touch it. Generally, students, the feedback from the students that are already there, they give this feedback that they don't have to spend much, they don't have to take out the block amount, it's in the savings itself. And from part-time job, they can get their monthly expenditures and everything, they can get it out from that. So that kind of stuff is very, very great about Germany also, that financially you'll not feel very burdened. So, and there are a lot of options for part-time job also. So that is another thing.
So, I mean, Kalyani has said so many things, right? So
yeah,
I'll just try to sum it up what she said.
Yeah.
So she used to say that, yes, one of the most determined factor for going to Germany is the cost. So yes, what she's saying is it's quite affordable, right? So, and specifically if you talk about the name of the university, what she was talking about is IU, University of Applied Sciences, wherein she said that yes, in just around an investment of 10 to 11 lakh rupees, she is completing her course, right? Second, she's talking about the work permit visa. So the work permit visa in Germany, what she's talking about is around 18 months. So work permit visa is once you finish your education, right? So how much you can stay back? So you can stay back for 18 months, right? And then if you talk about Germany, yes, Germany is the fourth largest economy of the world. Germany is the third best education system of the world. And what she was saying was that the average aging population of Germany in the current statistic, according to current statistic, is 45.7 years, which means that there's a lot of scope for the young blood, right? So somebody who is into 20s or 30s, they have a lot of opportunities. And one more thing, very important thing, what she was talking about was, she's planning to go for MBA, right? So I've seen that there is a lot of myth for the students that, Germany is known only for the automobile engineering or maybe a mechanical engineering or maybe an IT only. But my dear friend, you should know that Germany, the capital of Germany is Berlin. And Berlin is also the startup capital of the world, which means that there are so many startups. She was also referring to SME. So there are so many firms which are coming up in Germany, and there are a lot of opportunities even this in these companies also. So whether you go for IT, you go for all types of technical jobs, or whether you go for management job, you're going to have a wonderful career opportunities. And also if you talk about living expenses, right, it is quite affordable as compared to other countries like US, UK, or Australia, right? So overall, if you try to cover it up, you can say that yes. And she was talking about the part-time work, right? So generally, the Germany gives you a 20 hours per week part-time, right, if you're studying. And during non-academic session, you can work for 40 hours per week. So in total, you can work for 120 full days in a year, right? So I mean, Kalyani, even for your benefit, this 20 year days multiplied by say 8 or 8.5 hours per day, it is somewhere touching to 1,000 hours. And this 1,000 hours can be multiplied with an average per hour wage of say 10 to 11 euros per hour. So that is somewhere between 10 to 11,000 euros is going to be your earning in part time, right? And what is your living expenses? Somewhere touch to 10 to 11,000. So indirectly we can say that 100% of the living expenses can be recovered in Germany. And unlike US, you can work part time outside campus also. So my
Yep.
dear friends, generally in US, you have a scenario where, you have to work inside the campus. So there, somewhere we have seen that there is not a problem for the student to earn somewhere, 60 to 70% only. But in case of Germany, as you can work part-time, I mean, you can work outside campus also. So there's a high probability that you are going to earn and you're going to cover at least 100% of your living expenses. So indirectly, what you are left with is only the investment of your tuition fee. That's it, right? So my dear friend, I'll request all of you to put your question in Q&A, because chat mein wo aage piche ho jayega. It will be very difficult for us to then catch up. So I'll request all of you to put your question only in Q&A, right? So thank you so much, Kalyani, for this particular
Yeah,
reason
sure.
that you have elaborately talked about why Germany. So as you were saying, you're going to go for an MBA, and then you're
Yeah.
going to go for probably big data.
Yeah, big data
Right.
management.
So, I mean, what is the duration of the course?
See, right now, what the course that I'm pursuing is 1.5 years. One is
Okay.
online, that is my already completed. I joined in October, and
Right.
now I'm going to in October. I'm joining my second semester in Germany, and for 2 months. For 2 semesters, it will be in Germany. I'll be in Germany when my course will be finished, and hopefully, then probably my aim would be to get a job there itself.
True. So what she's saying is it's a 3-semester course, that is an 18 months course, wherein the first semester is being done in India online. The rest of the 2 semesters she'll be doing in Germany. So it's a 90 ECTS. So what is ECTS? Is European Credit Transfer System. So my dear friend, we need to understand that when you talk about overseas education, we don't talk about, duration. We talk about ECTS in Germany. We talk about credits in US and all, right? So it's a 90 ECTS credit course, right? Where she has done first semester in India. But then, Kalyani, can you help us to understand that you must have completed your online course in which month?
Yeah, I completed my online course in April
Absolutely, right, right,
yeah,
right.
April my
Since you're
course
still,
was finished.
working and all. So, I mean, what is the reason that you're going to like October intake?
Yeah, the thing is that I am actually a student of July batch, but because right now there is visa delay process going on, and it's not just for Germany, it's all over. We are seeing that it's a very big issue right now that people after COVID, a lot of now embassies have opened recently in April and this year, March and April, the embassies have opened, so they have a lot of backlog going on. Especially the European countries are facing the issue because Ukrainians, on a humanitarian basis, Ukrainians are being given preferences, obviously. So there is a lot of backlog. So that's why my visa got delayed. It's still under process. So my joining date has gone now because it was first week of July. So I have asked my university, and it's a leave of absence, and university will give me the October batch that is starting. It's a semester break for me right now. So I'll be joining October batch. Hopefully till then my visa process and everything is completed. So I'm going to join my October batch.
Right. So, my dear friends, we need to understand that once you complete your online semester, generally it takes 4 months for the visa process, right? And the reason is, we have seen that, especially after the pandemic, lot of students, especially if you talk about Indians, Indians are virtually dying to go to Germany, right? So it takes roughly an estimated time of 3 to 4 months, for visa. And just for your information, IU has 3 to 4 intakes, which depends on different courses. But then generally they have an intake of January, April, July, and October, which may differ from courses to courses, right? So we hope that yes, very soon in the month of October we will find Kalyani in
Yeah,
Germany and in
hopefully.
Berlin, right? So
Yeah.
yes, so just to confirm you, we have the campus of IU in Berlin, which is the capital of Germany. So now, the one question which is coming to me, Kalyani, is, I mean, why have you selected IU then in Germany?
Yeah, as I said before, also I like their course, the flexibility of their courses. See, I am a working as a working professional. I need to think about that, like how much time I can invest and what is a good option for me. Those kinds of things I had to look into it, and especially financial aspect was also there, obviously. But then they are providing a very good flexible course structure there. So like in online, one semester was online, and the thing about thing that I understood about this is that we'll be getting a degree, full time degree. It's not like you'll be getting like one semester online or anything. You'll be getting a degree from German university, and they have a very flexible course. You can, they have options. In my time, there was this option of one online, one semester online, and two on campus, and then they had two online and one on campus. Then they had three online. So they have different variations of the course. You can select any one, and even if you have selected initially, you have selected one option, like I selected something else. I selected in third semester I'll be going on campus. That time I was not decided, but then as my course started, online course started, and I started finishing my semester and everything, and I looked into the scenario, and obviously I explored more. I changed my decision, and I asked university, and they shifted me to second semester, changed to second semester to come to campus. So that's not an issue. So they are very flexible. The courses are very flexible, and they are the amount that my degree. I'm going to specifically talk about my degree because I think students would be asking like average cost and everything. I understand that. So I'm going to talk particularly about my degree, MBA, 90 ECTS. My semester fees is per month, round about 660, 660, 670 euros. That's monthly. Okay. And there's thousands fees, obviously the admission fees, that's it. So this is the amount that I'm paying. I'll be paying to IU. And this is only for it's not like online course is not included in this. This fees is only for IU. So when you go into campus, you'll be shifted into IU, IU fee structure. upGrad will not be included. Online is upGrad related. So that is one thing. So that these are the major factors that I like. And obviously the placement, if we look into it, what I explored is their placement things is round about, I think, 90 to 95%. So, and they have a lot of other course options. If you look into it, there are many other. Even I didn't know they had so much, because some students, we discuss among ourselves and all that. So they have a lot of other options also regarding courses. They have variety of courses. So students have flexibility, and they can explore their interests there.
Right. So Kalyani was talking about IU, that is International University of Applied Sciences, which has its campus in Berlin, right? And she was talking about that one of the reasons why she got selected, or why she have selected IU, is the flexibility. Yes, IU gives a lot of flexibility to the student in terms of semesters and all, and quite flexible in terms of specialization also. Because if I talk about MBA is actually a specialization. When you complete your MBA and when you apply for jobs or whatever, in that case, we don't talk about only MBA, we talk about the specialization, because specialization is something which can differentiate yourself from the other guys, right? And IU has an average placement ratio of 94%. Not only this, Kalyani, IU can help you for free German classes also, right?
Yeah,
So
they are. Yeah, that's included. Yeah, in the
yeah,
course, I
so
think it is
which means
included.
that there is a myth wherein I say, and I've heard a lot of students talking about that, अरे Germany जाना है तो मुझे तो German सीखना होगा. See, logically, to some extent, yes, आपने सीखना चाहिए, but it is not mandatory requirement for visa, right? And there are different levels of Germany: A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, and C2. So even if you can learn just the basic part of German, that is A1, the IU will be good to go to help you for the free German classes. And the average batch size of IU is very small, just 25 to 30 students are there, so that you can get a personalized attention, right? Wherein the student can get a direct interaction with the faculties or the professors, so that it becomes very easy for you to understand the subjects and all, right? So this was why IU. Then we talk about living expenses. That's a very important aspect, and as Kalyani has already mentioned that there's nothing you need to worry about living expenses, because you can earn with the part-time earning. Now, very important thing what Kalyani was saying was the monthly installment of IU. Now this is a very peculiar feature about IU, is that if you apply for IU, you need to just pay 1,000 euros as an enrollment fee, which is a part of the total tuition fee, and the rest of the amount can be paid in monthly installment. So yes, my dear friend, have you ever thought of कि आप college में monthly installment दे सकते हैं? So I think Kalyani will not be having any burden, because she knows that she'll be flying, and then once she's earning whatever, she can pay her monthly installment there and there itself only, right? Um, a very important thing now, Kalyani, what do you think? What is the like average salary in Germany?
Yeah, I think if I go with the like graduates, if I go for the graduates, I think 45 to 55,000 euros per year is their average salaries there in Germany. And obviously, as you know, as your work experience, if you have work experience, obviously, and depending on your, the position that you are getting and what course you are doing and what career you are gonna follow, because many students obviously do their further education to change their stream, so that is also a factor. But yeah, 45 to 55 is their average. And I think if you go MBA, if I go MBA experienced people, I think 70-75 is also their average slab.
That's great. So we're talking about an average salary for a fresher is somewhere between 45 to 50,000 euros. And if I talk about the experience, but it may range. It depends on your skill set and depends on your experience. But then generally it starts from say 70,000 odd euros. To I mean whatever is the sky is the limit, right? So I mean, so Kalyani, if you actually try to understand, it's very important for all of us to understand the return on investment. I mean, so how much it is going to take for
I
you to
think
recover this investment?
I think it won't take you more than 4-5 months max to max. I
Wow,
think I
that's
don't
great.
think.
So what Kalyani is saying is it's going to take only 3 to 4 months, to cover her
Yeah, you
investment, right?
just
So
calculate, because you are if you are earning part time and you are getting your minimum wage, if there is a big if you are getting a part time, you are doing a part time, you are interested, and you see your if if you see your fees uh, fees and living expenses, so I think you can make it, it's if study cost can be can be earned within 3-4 months, 4-5 months, if you are getting your part time.
that's amazing. So what she's saying is, with an average investment of say 10 to 11 lakh rupees, and that too, which can be recovered in just 3 to 4 months, right? I mean, it's very strange for me to understand ऐसा कौन सा investment होगा इंडिया में जहाँ पे कि आपको 4 साल में पूरा return मिल जाता है, right, Kalyani? So I mean, one more very important thing which generally the student asks is, Kalyani, have you thought about or have you heard something related to PR in Germany?
Yeah, I think basically majority of the students would be aiming that, I guess, because work-life balance is very good. Generally, students move from here, from India to anywhere outside, I guess, is one of the major factors is work-life balance, because and Germany has one of the world's best work-life balance. I think Sweden and Scandinavian countries are topmost, and I think if you see Germany, I think what my colleagues have been telling me right now, what a feedback I'm getting from them who are now in Germany, just moved to Germany, they're telling me that work-life balance is really great. It's 9 to 5, 9 to 4, whatever your timing is. There is no extra workload. There is like it's a very proper, like whatever your timing is, you have to finish your work. That's it. So those kinds of things are major factor that students and working professionals also, for example me, we are moving there because to get a good work-life balance, stressless your work and all that stuff. So these kinds of things are very important there. So students are moving there, and PR obviously is one of the major factors. If you are going and enjoying these perks, you would obviously like to stay there and continue your life there, settle down there. So PR is there. PR, I think there are some terms and conditions for PR. If you are a student who have completed your graduation or degree from German university. See, this is important. It is very important if you have completed your degree, if you have a degree from university, German university, then you will get your PRs very easily. I think you will get, obviously it's important. And then 2 years you have to work there. once you have worked 2 years there, and I think there is some pension, you have, been, your pension has been deducted, like it's with the government. Obviously, when your work contract is there, it's all mentioned in that. So basically for 2 years you have to work, and then you can apply for PR. That is what my understanding is. That is what I have explored right now. So this is, and there are other also, but major thing is that you have to stay there, work there for at least 2 years, then you can apply for PR.
Right. So, I mean, rightly said by Kalyani, but then, it's my humble request to all of you to please understand that, PR is not so easy and it's not just a rosy.
Yeah.
But then, yes, there's a good option of PR in Germany, right? And she rightly said that for applying to PR, you need to work in Germany for 2 years. But then, the German gives you a very good option of EU blue card, right?
Yeah.
So EU blue card is European Union blue card. So how does it go is, as soon as you finish your education, right, and then you start doing a job, so you just require a minimum 6 months of employment, and you require a minimum wage of, say, somewhere 44,306 for the technical job, and say 56,000 odd euros for the a management job. So if you can get this, you are eligible to go for EU blue card. So generally it takes 3 or 4 months to get the EU blue card, and once you get the EU blue card, you are eligible to stay in Germany for up to 4 long years, right? So I mean, EU blue card is a temporary alignment, to move or shift towards PR, and of course after 2 years you can directly apply to PR. And of course, yes, for getting the PR, you need to go for a German language proficiency. So it is
Yeah.
B1 is required. But then if you for EU blue card, if you cannot have that B1 proficiency, instead of 21 months, you have to wait for 33 months for the same. But then the point is, even if you stay there for 18 months, you're going to earn a lot of money. Not only this, but there are good chances and good scope, of getting it, the chance of staying there for a long duration, right? So, oh my God, I mean, Kalyani, there are more than 60 questions, right? So I request Arushi to please join me to help me, and come here for this question and answer. So, I mean, I just now want Kalyani to brief it out,
I totally understand the students' queries, because when I was exploring last year, I had so much questions. I mean, I bugged I upgrad. Once I decided I'm gonna go with upgrad and IU, I bugged upgrad like anything. Like I want to talk to alumni. I want to talk how much, because see, I understand their sentiments, because there is lot of online thing is going on, and there are a lot of fraud stuff. Students are facing a lot of issues. They are not comfortable once they join. Then they are not comfortable. So I would suggest, my suggestion would to all the students would be, whoever is there who are interested in this, please, whatever we are saying here, please go and explore and do your research. Everything is online. All statistics that we are sharing with you, they are all there in online. Don't just take our words as it is, because then in the later stage you'll feel like, oh no, not this was not right. So please, everything is online. Everything, you have Google, everything is there. Just explore, do your research. You'll see the difference what we are saying. You have a grant now idea, a structure, what we are saying. You can explore these things what we have told you, and you'll see the difference. You'll see the cost effect that we are talking about, like it's cheap. You'll compare the universities, UK education, etc., etc. You'll see the difference. So when you see it with your own eyes, you'll feel more comfortable, you'll feel more confident. So please do that stuff, please.
Right, and for the benefit of the all, I would like to just tell you that, when we talk about this IU, please understand, IU is a private university. It has a very
Yeah.
minimal fee of, just somewhere less than 10 lakh rupees in Indian currency. And
Hmm.
many of the students would like to pursue Germany for the public university. Yes, there's a good option of going to German for public university, but then unfortunately, there's a lot of gap in
There's a lot
demand.
of competition. There
A
is a
lot of
lot of
competition,
competition
because
there.
from around the globe,
Yeah.
especially the people from students from Asian countries like India, Malaysia, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, even China, many of the students are going and for public university. And as a public university, you require few basic requirements, like you need to have a bachelor's with a minimum percentage of, say, 75 or 80%. Then second is, you need to have no backlogs. Number 3 is you need to go for GRE, and you need to score an average of 305 odd numbers. Then
You need
somewhat is
IELTS
always
also.
advisable.
I
Yeah,
I think
and
you need
somewhat
IELTS also.
advisable.
In IU, see, IU didn't ask me IELTS, didn't ask me to get IELTS score, because my education has been in English. If your throughout education has been in English, especially, see, whatever last graduation you have completed, whether it's 10, 12, whether it's BTech, whether it's graduation, postgrad, whatever it is, if it is in English, give them a medium of instruction from your university or your school, and you don't have to give your IELTS English test. You don't have to give that score. You don't have to give IELTS. But I think in public universities, I guess, I'm not very sure, but I guess there is this requirement, and public universities have big batches. Remember that, because there are a lot of students there, and there is a lot of competition, and their batches are very big. In IU, my friends right now, they are taking their classes, and I think it's 40, I guess right now, my friend is in 40 students batch, I guess. He's doing MBA. Plus, if you are doing specific specialization or something, then your batch number more reduces. So these kinds of stuff is there. So please keep that in mind.
Yes, so we were talking about a few more restrictions, like you need to write a research paper. I mean, so there's nothing wrong in that, but then unfortunately there is a lot of opportunity cost involved in it, because for going to public university generally they have only September intake, and then you have to start this preparation 1 year back, and then you have to apply to these universities by January, and by April, even if you're eligible, then only you will came to know that whether you have got the admission or not. And I mean, virtually at no cost, roughly, you're getting admission in IU. And even if you go for public university, you have to open a block account, which is 10,332 euros right now. And this 10,332 euros, it is divided into 12 months. So somewhere, you get 816 to 820 euros per month, which is good enough for you to cover your living expenses, right? And other than that, you don't require any investment. This is point number one. And point number two is, then in German class, and for this, almost it's mandatory for you to learn Germany, and that too with B1 proficiency language. And the third thing is, generally this, it is being recommended to go for only technical courses for this, public universities. Right. So there are a lot of constraint when I talk about public universities, but then with quite flexibility, quite accessibility, and quite easy way, we have this IU, that is International University of Applied Sciences, with you, wherein you can easily get the admission. And as she rightly pointed out, with medium of instruction as English, you don't need to even appear for IELTS, that is International English Language Testing System, or maybe any English proficiency test for that matter. So now what I'll do is, now I'll be taking few of the questions, right? And somebody is asking about um, right. So after completion of 18 months, what if we don't have job? What's the next step? So my dear friend, please understand, virtually this is not possible, because maximum in 3 months or 4 months you're going to get the job. But then majority of the students get the job even the last semester, by the end of the semester. But then as a rule, you need to understand, if you don't get the job, if you don't get the, I mean, that job, it will not be difficult. It will not be easy for you to extend your visa. So you have to come back. So this is a rule, wherein for all the countries, right? Uh, if we are in second year of study, I mean near completion of our course, at that time we need to show proof of funds or something again for a post work visa. See, please understand, it's not like that. Initially for this IU, you need to show this proof of fund only once, and then once you get a job, then you'll be requiring, or when you complete your graduation, then you need to show for this proof of fund, right? And what about language? Is it possible to succeed and get a job in IT without knowing German? To a large extent, yes. But then, yes, I'll really recommend my all of students to at least know the basics of Germany language, because we are going to Germany. So it is always advisable to know their native language. But then
Yeah,
there is no
I
problem.
think, see, the with German language, the thing, because that is the same thing that we are also facing. We have been, look, learning German is not a big deal. It's a new language. And you are going to a new country. Let me tell you, Berlin is multicultural, and it's a central place. It's a capital, and it's a mixed bags of all kind of ethnicities there. So English, it doesn't matter if you know English. I think you can go by in Berlin, that you will not face issues. But there are other, because obviously for job, it's not like you're gonna be like, I'm gonna stay in Berlin itself. If you want to explore other options, don't if you get other options, and just because of you haven't learned basic German language, because of that you are facing this issue that you cannot get a job, a good job in Frankfurt, Munich, these kinds of other, because Germany, apart from major cities, I think German language is quite prominent there. So as upgrad will also suggest you, it would be good that you learn at least basic German language for there,
Right.
for
And
job perspectives.
right. Few of the guys are asking about, is 3-year education accepted? Yes. For IU, there is no problem with 3 years of bachelor's degree. Absolutely not an issue, right? And as compared to English-speaking countries, where does Germany stand for permanent residence? See, I have not explained you the rule of PR in Germany. There are a higher probability because generally now there's a lot of skill shortage in Germany. So there's a high probability that you will be getting the PR in Germany, right? That's not a very important or difficult thing. Do we need to learn German? Yes, it is always advisable and recommended that you should at least learn the basics of Germany from India, and the rest of the thing the IU can help you to go for it, right? Somebody is asking that I am a cyber security analyst. Yes, for you it is going to be a very good career opportunity as a cyber security. There is no problem for that, right? Uh, for part-time job, do you require Germany language? Yes, a basics of German language is always expected, and you should do this, right? Can we handle our online business that we're already doing in India? Very much, yes. See, for the online study that you are going to do in India, you have to study on an average of Kalyani, if I'm not wrong, 12 to 15 hours in a week.
I think, yeah, you are allowed to do that part-time job, but the hours are defined by the government, and you cannot exceed those.
Not in Germany. What he is asking is, in India, can I continue my job and continue my business with this course?
Yeah. See, I'll tell you, if you want, I can give you a little bit brief about my online structure. It is basically on for working professionals. Our batch was working professionals, so we had weekend classes, Saturday, Sunday, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and my classes was in the evening, 6, 7, and 1.5, 2 hours, and on Sunday the time can be shuffled in between, and it's not fixed, but it can be according to your course structure and everything, it can be shuffled. But the good thing about that is, I think you get a recording of your sessions, so even if you miss your live lecture or something, it's going to be recorded. It's recorded, and it's in your upgrad app that you are given, your account is given, it's already there in that. So even if you miss your live lecture, there is the backup is already there, so you can go back to that lecture recording and you can see what the professor has taught that day. Right. And I think 1.5 hour, 2 hours max, 2 hours maximum average is per lecture. And generally lectures happen on weekends, until and unless your course is a lot, then probably they're gonna insert some classes in the middle of the week, because they have to obviously finish the course within the timeline. But otherwise, generally your lectures are on weekends.
Right. So I mean, it clears a lot of doubt for the students, like related to your online lectures, and you can you can work, right? And average placement. Average placement of IU is somewhere touch to 94%, has been stated in their website, right? And
guys, don't this is not India. Abroad, it's not like if they have mentioned 94%, it's not Indian. Like in India we have this you can say privilege the universities providers, like they bring the companies, the placement week and everything. It's not in anywhere else in the world. It doesn't happen anywhere. The job prospect is how they work. What I have understood is job fairs, networking, online applying. University have their own career office. They'll have You will have a career counselor. He'll help you out. He or she will help you out with everything. But the thing is, the university will provide you job fair opportunities. You can go network, connect with people. But it's not like India, because I also had this thing initially in the mind. It's not like India. Universities will not bring companies to your, and you'll do interview in your in your university and get placed. That's not the funda anywhere in the world except India. So keep that in mind.
Right. So a very good point she has raised, in overseas education, generally we don't talk about campus placement per se, because, they have job fairs and exhibitions. And IU supports you for a lot of, student development in terms
they
of,
have their they organize job fairs. They have their own connect with the companies. They have their own. If you go into their website, you will see their partners whom they are collaborating with. They bring these companies. For example, if we take Lufthansa, they bring Lufthansa in the job fair. They'll organize job fair. These companies will come in these job fairs, and you have full freedom to apply to anywhere. Their HR managers in this job fair, their HR managers and all the job, and they have their own portal. University have their own job opportunity portal, where these collaborative companies provide their job opportunities on that portal, and you can look into it. Whichever job opportunity you are interested in, you can go to your career counselor and he'll guide you or she'll guide you how to move forward, how to make your resume, how to change in your resume, and then apply it. So these all kind of support is there. But yeah, that's the thing.
Right. Then, a very important question specifically for MBA. Yes, for doing an MBA, you require a minimum of 2 years work experience, right? So, I mean, it's not, I mean, in whatever field you can have, but then minimum 2 years of work experience is required for going an MBA. That's a mandatory thing that you need to know, right? And then we have few questions related to gap. Yes, see, 1.5 year, 2 year gap is accepted, not much more than that. And if you have a gap more than that, you need to have a justification for that, like, why you're going for it. See, staying in campus preferred generally. I mean, what do you think, Kalyani? I mean,
Berlin doesn't have a campus hostel. Let me tell you.
Right.
But IU also have their campus in Bonn,
right.
Okay, and they have hostel. But in Berlin, if you are going for Berlin campus, they don't have hostel. You have to find accommodation. Obviously, accommodation is a big thing in Germany. Student accommodation. There are a lot of websites and everything. University will provide you with the links of the, because I think a lot of fraud goes on from Facebook and all that stuff. So university will help you out. You can write to accommodation support system in the university. They'll provide you with the links, accommodation, and all that stuff. But yeah, you have to prepare beforehand for accommodation, because it's quite tight situation right now. Not right now, as overall also right now it's really, really tight. But yeah, accommodation, you have to, I would suggest, if you guys are interested and moving forward with the program, any program you are interested in, please be proactive in the sense, because now you have to be, everything, this is your investment, and if you want to utilize it fully, please be proactive. upGrad will provide you, IU will provide you all the information beforehand, what you have to do, processes and everything. But please be like accommodation. They told us it's very difficult to get accommodation immediately. So you have to apply before 3-4 months and start applying and all that stuff. So please be proactive, read mails, keep the information on your, fingertips, that kind of stuff.
Right. And we are proud to tell even to Kalyani that, now upGrad is coming up with onshore upGrad buddy assistance in Germany, wherein, we have employed, a few of the Germans, even the Goras, in Germany, wherein, they'll be helping you right from your induction to orientation to helping you in accommodation, even to help you, in your part-time job assistance. Even they'll help you for the career services like resume building, LinkedIn profile, or what are the trending things that you need to do. So that
because these kind of things, that's really great, because we have faced this issue, because we were the first batch for IU, so we had this issues. We have a lot of, obviously we had these kind of things. So it's great because I think we need what's happening in Germany and how, because it is a very law abiding country and there are a lot of laws you have to follow. There are contractual contracts, everything is on paper and very strict. So that kind of stuff you have to look into it, and we have to know the process before doing anything. So that's really great. I mean, I'm very happy because we need some guidance there.
Right. So, I mean, that is 100% support provided by upGrad. There is no problem with that, right? And yeah, so it's once again somebody's asking, is Germany good for MBA? Yes, of course. As I've already
Yeah.
mentioned you that yes, Berlin is a startup capital. So I mean, there are a lot of good opportunities for the management graduates in Germany. So no doubt about it, right? Does backlog matters? Yes, to some extent, backlog matters. But then we can have a case-to-case analysis. So you can get back to upgrad counselors. They'll be helping you with your percentage and your backlogs and all. So what are the ways to go? What are the ways to do bachelors after Germany? So I'll just tell you brief you. Germany generally require 13 years of education for doing bachelors, but fortunately with upgrad we'll be saving 1 year of your precious time, as we have come up with IU bachelors also, wherein the student can enroll with us. He'll be in India for 1.5 years. Then after his visa process and all, after 6 months, he'll be going to Germany for 1.5 years studies there. So we'll be saving his 1 year of precious time. And the best part is you'll be completing this IU bachelor's complete in just 11 lakh rupees. For your information, many of the institute which starts from A or which starts from so many big brands in India are charging more than 10 lakh rupees for bachelors. And we all know that the average the return on investment or the income what we get is just 0.5%. Kalyani, say if I invest 10
Yeah,
lakh rupees in India,
I
generally
will.
I get 5 or 6 lakh rupees. But then if you invest somewhere 10 to 11 lakh rupees in Germany, on an average are going to earn somewhere in between 40 lakh rupees. So we're talking about 3 to 4 times of return on investment. That's going to be a big support for you, for this bachelor's or master's for that matter. Right. I'll look out for some more unique questions. See, generally for Germany, age is not the criteria. So far and so long, you can justify like why do you want to study? Age is not the problem. But then yes, definitely it hampers for PR. If you have a more age, it is not recommended to get you the PR. But then as a study, you can always go and there is no problem for study. Right. So somebody's asking, how are the online courses or is it understandable? So now, Kalyani, you have to explain this.
See, I'll tell you about my experience. Online, I have, as I'm doing MBA, so first semester is basically, it's general for all MBAs, I think. So marketing, finance, entrepreneurship, these kinds of stuff, these kinds of modules. So basically in online, what happens is, if it's a 6 semester, obviously it's month semester, so you'll have modules per month, per module. So one module, 1 month, 1 month, module, 1 month, these kinds of stuff. And each module has to be, the lectures are structured in such a way that the module is to be finished within that limit, because if they cannot exceed after 6 months, because you have to finish, you have a timeline for that. If you want to move to the university Germany, you have to get your credits before they, then only you can get letter of admission from university. So online thing is, as I said, weekend classes will be there for the working batch. I mean, this is for us. I mean, I'm talking about my course, online batch, online classes, weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And the thing is that lectures are Indian. I'm telling you right now, Indian industry people will be there, or they'll be lecturers from Indian universities. I think many students ask this question, that whether we'll be having IU lectures or not in the online one. So no, you'll be having Indian industry people in from Indian industries. Your lecturers will be from Indian industry, particular industry, whatever your subject they are teaching, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think probably IU will upgrad will, I think, arrange by the end 2 or 3 guest lectures from IU as per your course, I think, because we had some regarding logistic or something. We had a few lectures, guest lecture. They'll invite IU personnel. They'll give you lectures in that. Along with that, you'll get IU upgrade when you are doing your online semester course. You'll get IU portal also. You'll get IU login, passwords, and their portal access. So in that, you have access of everything. You have tutors. You can explore as much as you can. It's a big encyclopedia, that portal. There is a lot of stuff from the university you can explore. Tutors are there. You can arrange your meeting with the tutors. There are videos, there are study materials, whatever you want to explore, there is that. Alumni connect is there, everything is there. So that kind of stuff. Regarding your study material, I'm going to say IU University provides the course book for each and every module. So upgrad will provide you that course book, along with IU also give them in their portal, and I think upgrad will also provide you the course book. And that course book, you'll study that course book in your lectures. And exams, they are proctored exams, and you have to finish your exams. I would suggest don't delay your exams, because it is online, and students generally what they do is they delay their exams, like, okay, I'm going to do 2 exams continuously in the last 2 months and that kind of stuff. Don't do it, don't delay it if you are going with the course, because when you want to apply for visa, you have to start your process beforehand. 6 months. Right now, the situation is like apply 6 months or 4 months, 5 months before. So for that, university will put conditions on you. They'll give you letter of admission. You'll need LOA for your visa process, and they'll give you only when you complete your particular, whatever the time limit is, particular ECTs. ECTs means your modules have to be completed, your exams have to be done, and result have to be in your hand. For example, they say if you are applying 6 months or 3 months before, they'll say like 3 modules have to be completed for the exam, that kind of stuff. So don't delay in your exams, but study is regularly. See, online generally is students take it lightly online. Our batch faced this issue. Some students face this issue. So don't do it, because in the end, it will be a lot of pile on, and you'll face problems with the subjects and all that stuff. Because in the course book, you'll see if they are making you study finance, or if they are making you study entrepreneurship, or they are, these kinds of stuff, the books will be as per German. It's not like Indian, like if you are studying law, it's not right. They'll not teach you Indian law, they'll teach you German law, because it's a German university. So the study will be as per German economy or that kind of stuff. So it's not, don't think like it's like finance. I have worked in finance, and it's finance, so I'm gonna go ahead with that. There will be some technicalities, there will be something different in your subjects. So just go ahead, and I don't think that you'll face much of an issue with that. With course and studies, I don't think if it is regular, you'll not face any issues.
Yes, so what Kalyani says is we need to be disciplined in our approach. An average of just 12 to 15 hours of study in a week, and you need to submit your assignments on a regular basis, right? So that you don't get problem and timely if you give the exam. It's very much practically possible to complete your course in 6 months, so that then you can plan for your further study in Germany, right? So now we'll be taking few questions only, because already we have come up with almost 1 hour, right? Any important question? I'm just searching about. Placement, we have talked about a lot about this thing. So I think the placement, the question will be easy for you. Berlinka, we have talked about, and we'll be helping you with, the place, accommodation services for that. There'll be no issue in that. See, somebody's asking about TOEFL, but then we don't require English proficiency specifically for IU, as yes, MOI is accepted. So if you have medium of instruction, there'll be no issue in that That is acceptable. No issues in that. Block account is somewhere wherein you need to deposit money in your account, right? And this is maintained by you only. मतलब आपका पैसा आप अपने ही अकाउंट में डाल रहे हैं just for your safety and security. कल्याणी जा रही है तो कल्याणी के पेरेंट्स को टेंशन नहीं होना चाहिए कि मेरी बच्ची के पास पैसा है कि नहीं है. That is the only thing, the block account means कल्याणी का पैसा कल्याणी के पास ही रहेगा, but then Kalyani will get this in monthly installment, right? So that
government,
there is some
basically German government is keeping this amount for their satisfaction also, that the students who are going to Germany have enough money to sustain themselves there, living expenses के लिए उनके पास पैसे हैं, they have that amount, because government doesn't consider the part-time thing. That is your extra option that you are being given, privilege you are being given. So basically it is the amount, and per month you will be given, I think I'm not sure, but I think I have heard that from October batch, winter semester, these semesters, the amount has been a little increased for block amount. So please,
yeah, it is somewhere 11,172. But then I mean, it's not very sure. We are just
that's basically because of inflation that is going
right
on around right now in the world. So it's because of that, and that amount is yours. It's not government's or anybody else. It's your expenditure. You will be getting that amount per month. You will be given that amount in your whatever current account you'll be opening there. Every month, that amount, that particular amount that the government has fixed from this whole amount, it will be divided into 12 months, and per month you will be getting that amount. So it's your money, it's for your expenditure. It's not like nobody is taking your money. It's just for you. It's for your living expenses.
Right. So I mean, coincidentally, the questions are just rising like the way the dollar's price is rising. That's 100. But then see, I mean, we are so sorry that we cannot extend all this question. But then yes, believe me, you can anytime get back to us. We will be really
you have upGrad. I think upGrad admission counselor
yes.
counseling email ID you guys have. You can always drop your queries there, and I think you have their telephone number also. You can contact them anytime.
Right.
If you have any further queries.
Yeah, so you can visit our website and there you'll find all the, and once you enroll there, I mean, you put your query, you'll get a call from the upGrad counselor. We'll be pleased to help you. So
exam pattern for IU MBA, there is a question. It's popping on my screen.
I didn't get what you said.
Himanshu, I think somebody asked me about the exam pattern. I'll just take 1 minute and yeah, sure. So exam pattern is basically, it's an online exam, proctored exam, and it is exam pattern is not from upGrad. Let me make it very clear. It is totally exam process, and everything is IU. IU will be proctoring everything. IU is managing the exam patterns. Exam pattern is basically your 3 marks question, that is single choice questions, 3 marks, and they are 14. Yeah, 13 or 14. And you have 2 6 marks questions, and you have 2 18 marks question. And the exam is such a way, it's not like we think, like we do in Indian studies. If it is 18 marks, you don't have to write an essay. It's just your understanding. They'll test your understanding. You have to read your course book. Let me make it very clear. If you have not read your course book, full course book, each sentence, if you have not read it, it will be difficult for you to, especially the single choice question, you will be facing issues with that, because exam comes from book. That's it. You'll not get anything extra from anywhere else. Whatever is there in the course book, you'll get the exams from that, but then you have to read the whole book. I would suggest read your course book, and that's more than enough to clear your exam. And you don't have to write, they just, for the long, like 6 marks or 18 marks question, they test your knowledge. Even if you write 4 lines in the 18 marks question, it's not a big deal if you have particularly captured the essence of the question. That's it. So that is the thing. So don't worry about that. Just read your course book, understand the subject. That's it. You can write it in your own words.
Right. So the tick watch is asking me to end this session. So let's just summarize. Yes, Germany is one of the best destination for all of you guys, not only for the technical education, but also for the management education. The reason is Germany is the fourth largest economy of the world. It is the third best education system of the world. Berlin, the capital of Germany, wherein we have the campus of International University of Applied Sciences. It is supposed to be, even the startup capital of the world. So not only it is equally good for the technical job, but also for the management jobs. Comparatively, it is quite affordable as compared to other developed nations like UK or Australia or US. So a lot of support from IU for the German classes, for the overall student development, for getting the job. Even a lot of support from the upGrad onshore of Buddy, where you'll be getting a lot of support and assistance for part-time, for accommodation, and even for for your final job. So with this, we wish that a girl that is Kalyani from a small town, Dehradun, is very soon going to go in Berlin, which is the startup capital of the world. And very soon in the month of October, we may once again connect with Kalyani.
Yeah,
But
sure.
in that case, we'll be connecting her, from Berlin. And we really wish a good, we give her the best wishes so that she can, excel well in her career, and she can, achieve a dream of one of the top management, whatever she is aspiring in her field. So a lot of good opportunity for all of you guys, and at a very affordable cost of just 10 to 11 lakh rupees. For IU, we have a course in computer science, we have a course in MBA, and for freshers, we have a course called as Masters in International Management, which is also called as Fresher MBA. So, Kalyani, if you'd like to say anything, the last few words.
Yeah. Okay, guys, all the best. And we have told you everything. I think you have got almost major kind of queries. I think you would have gotten an idea from this. Please do go and explore, and you'll actually see with your own eyes, yeah, the facts you can cross check, and so that you are satisfied with yourself also. And you'll see, when you see the differences, what we have told, you'll see the cost and all that stuff. I think you'll be able to make. I think you will be able to make a proper informed decision about this. So go ahead. I think it's a very great opportunity. I am very happy I've selected Germany, even though the geopolitical situation, whatever it is. But really, the situation is really for immigrants, skilled laborers. They are asking. So if you are going for a career boost, please go ahead and look into this. Please explore.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Kalyani. Thank you so much, my organizing team. Thank you so much, wonderful audience who have been with us for almost more than an hour. I'm so sorry we cannot solve all your queries, but then yes, I've tried my level best that we have covered majority of the questions. So even if you have any doubt, you can get back to us. You can visit our website, and once you visit our website, our upgrad counselor will definitely help you. So we are signing off and hope to see that yes, majority of us will go for overseas education, wherein Germany is one of the top destination of the world. Thank you so much. So we are signing off. Bye bye and take care.
Bye.
Thank you, Kalyani.
Take care. Bye. Bye.